Welcome back to A Call to Awaken, following your truth, which is within, versus following all the other sheep, which is without, the outside world. Growing up, we were all taught somebody else's conception of what is good and what is bad, and what we should do and shouldn't do. We were taught that if we followed those things that were good, then we'd be good and we would be fed and be clothed and housed. And if we did the things that were bad, we believed that we would die. As children, our young minds actually believed that. So we started to fall into the pattern of following and believing everything that somebody else says outside of us. We all have a true calling. We all have personal desires that arise from within us. But we also have so-called shoulds, the things that we should do or need to do, or things that others deem important or worthy of our time and attention. But I have news for you. Our time and attention are two of our most important and valuable resources, and giving those away is giving away your power, your true power. Now, we were all brought up in this political system here in America, this two-party system, which is completely split. It's not integrated, it's not whole, and it's kind of like splitting your feet into two different directions and trying to walk in two different ways. It doesn't work. Here's a little analogy for the political system as I see it. One night, a friend is having a party or a get-together, and part of you wants to really go and have a great time. Part of you wants to stay at home and have a quiet evening and read or work on something on your own. So you have a little bit of a split in your mind. You have to make a decision. You're either going to go or you're not going to go. So if you go, then the part of you that wanted to stay home gets screwed over. If you stay at home, the part of you that wanted some adventure and wanted to go out and have a good time gets screwed over. Your interests are split. And that's what's happening in the political system, is like clinging to a sinking ship. Many people are still going to do it, just like many people clung to the Titanic when it was sinking. Choices are not always easy, but at a certain point we realize that it's better to get out and swim. So just like in the party analogy, regardless of who wins, half the country is not going to be satisfied. And so those who are truly for love and peace between all people, if you're for wholeness and oneness, then attention to the political system ain't doing no good. Now that may be a lose-lose situation, but universally speaking, there are only wins. When we receive something that is unwanted, we realize that we are looking in the wrong direction. So this is going to have a great effect. It is going to inspire people to find the source of their power and reclaim it. Reclaim their free will and choose very wisely what to put our attention on. So, universally speaking, this is only going to help people awaken further, because that is the gift of the contrast. The wanted versus the unwanted. We will wake up to more of who we are, more of what is wanted. But taking our power back as individuals, doing what we love, and using the laws of the universe, which mean doing what creates joy, doing what lights you up, is going to bring more of that energy to you and more of that abundance to you. With forgetting these laws, we give our power away to a political system that doesn't even have our best interests at heart, The political system has its own best interests at heart first and foremost. Keeping its control is its first priority. Keeping us split into two separate parties and keeping us distracted is keeping us from being unified, which helps them keep their control that they want. It's in their best interest to keep us split. But it's in our best interest to integrate ourselves, both our positive and negative aspects within individually and as a collective. To choose love for even those people with completely opposite viewpoints as us. Regardless of whether you agree or disagree, you're still family. We are still here on this planet together. The stuff, these decisions are not so important, not as important as the love that we all are and that we all want to share with others. That's worth giving our time and attention to. So, I have no problem with voting. Go ahead. Feel free if you want to, if you think that's going to serve you in some way. Or if you think you're doing something good for somebody else. Or you can take your power back, your true power. And part of your power is what you choose to put your attention on. Take your power back instead of giving it away to some political leader out there somewhere who's not going to save you. No matter what, Trump or Biden, they're not going to save you. Only you can save you. There's much more that is happening. It's not just one election that's at stake. It's our souls that are at stake. So, I highly suggest discovering that you are your soul, not a physical body, first and foremost. You have a body, but your soul is what lasts. Your soul is keeping you accountable eternally. Your sense of what you were taught was good and versus what's bad, that's just conditioning. What is truly good and has no opposites is the truth of who you are. The truth of who I am. All apparent good and bad and positive and negative, that's necessary ingredients for this experience of life here on Earth. Those are not opposites. They are in fact complementary. But the goodness, the true goodness of who we are can be seen, can be discovered, and is very worth exploring.